thing I just wanted to have a quick update on was what kind of training plan and material I'm going to use. So I'm going to use this book here, which is the 80-20 Triathlon by Matt Fitzgerald and David Warden. And this is a book a training method I've used for my Olympic distance triathlon that I did last year. So this is a very comprehensive book written by a guy called mainly Matt Fitzgerald, who, if you've heard of him, he does quite a lot in endurance sport. He's got the 80-20 system. There is a sister book to this, the 80-20 running. I'm not going to go into the detail of the program. More about why do I like this book. Well, it's got a full range of triathlon programs for swimming, bike, running, all the way across from sprint to Ironman, and there are, within the different disciplines, there are different levels. So if you're a first time Ironman, or if you are a real beginner triathlete to a sort of more experienced. So, and what he breaks down is a very comprehensive system. And what there is I'm not going to show too much of this, but there is a program for each week with codes to specific workouts. And the thing I like about those workouts is you can use them as a basis to create your workouts in Training Peaks, which I use, and then those Training Peaks workouts will feed into Zwift, for example. So if you're using it on Zwift, into Garmin Connect, so they then link into your watch, so you can then pick them up. And I'm one of those athletes that I like a structured training program. So this book worked for me last time, so if it ain't broke, don't fix it. My only, I wouldn't say criticism, but the only thing that I don't really, I don't think he just fits into is I do a lot of supplementary stuff around yoga, strength and conditioning training, and that's the thing that I think is a bit missing from his training programs, is those extra strength and training stuff, strength and conditioning programs, which are with other people have got, so I incorporate them in. So I do incorporate in a bit of different stuff, because I just feel that just doing swimming, biking and running week after week just gets a bit boring. The other issue for me is the swim program setups they're very long, and in my pool up the road I don't always get the opportunity to do the full workout, so I do use other swim workout programs. So one of my swim workouts that I swap around from, say, here, is I do some group coaching session once a week, which I find really beneficial. So, but I really would recommend this book. It's really good. You can get it from Amazon or any other where you get your books. Would really recommend it. I do have a couple of his other books, actually. This one I stumbled on when I was on holiday, actually, in Exeter. I got it in Waterstones. It's called Racing Weight. And what this is a six-step plan for endurance athletes, which basically goes through some real tips for endurance racers. I mean, I watch YouTube a lot with people who talk about nutrition, and as an endurance athlete, for me, it's no good starving myself, because I'll be in real trouble. I don't follow a set diet. I don't do keto or some carnivore diet or whatever other fad thing is. I'm vegetarian, and so the system that he's got is really good, and he has this diet quality score. So it's not just about the quantity of food you're eating, but the quality of food. and that really keeps me on a straight and narrow, because I do have problems with some eating too many sweets, but I've really cut that down since I've been following this. This book I would really recommend if you do a lot of endurance sport. Again, this is something that's really benefited me. And then following on from that, I actually found this one. This is called the Endurance Diet, which is 5 core habits. Interesting about the science on this. So there is some real habit stuff is really interesting, because I always find that sometimes, you get into bad habits and you need good habits, and this is about having some good habits as an endurance athlete. So it's very much geared towards long distance running, triathletes, cyclists, etc. And again, I like I always think that there is no one set way that's good for everybody. I look on it as a buffet table. So all of these books that I get, and I've got quite an extensive library of stuff, is, to me it's like a table with a buffet of information, and you go along and you nibble that, and you might go, oh no, that doesn't work for me, but actually this thing does. So I find that having this sort of buffet approach and trying everything, and if it doesn't work, that's fine, we can always try something else, I think really is beneficial. Might not work for you, but it works for me. So I would recommend these 3 books. I might do some more book recommendations on as I progress. I've got a lot of cycling books, running books, and from many years, across many years. But these 3 I've really found really good. And there is another book, because I'm over 50, by John Friel, around training when you're over 50. I got the audiobook version, and that is quite revelatory actually. It's a really interesting read. So I'm about to start my training program, and this is sort of the basis of what I'm going to be using. So give them a try. They are quite easy to find on Amazon or Waterstones or something like that. But there is a lot of material out there, and I always find it's good to try everything, and then you can then see what works for you and what doesn't. So far this has been working for me. It's got some negatives as well, but you're never going to find everything that is that's going to please you. So check them out, be really good.